What's up guys, JM here. Today we'll be covering chapter 21 of Arc 5. Before we get into things, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future chapter summaries and more ReZero content. Chapter 20 ended with Subaru recovering from his second death in this loop so far. Chapter 21 picks up from where we last left off with Subaru reflecting on what just happened. Subaru remembered that Sirius began explaining what was happening to him and Lusbel before they died. Our fear, compounding as we felt each other's feelings. Subaru felt Lusbel's fear, and Lusbel had felt that augmented fear from Subaru, which then transferred to Subaru. The never-ending cycle of fear overrode any previous state of fear and eventually grew so extreme that it became fatal, which led Subaru to a conclusion on Sirius's ability. She could manipulate the feelings of others for her own enjoyment, which would explain his first death in the plaza. Now Subaru was wondering what the condition was for this power. Subaru recalls that once he figured out Betelgeuse's trick, he became easy to defeat. He was also able to see the unseen hand and resist Betelgeuse's body snatch. Subaru doesn't know why he was able to resist it, and not to mention he can use a form of the unseen hand. Before dying at Sirius's hands, Subaru considered that the witch cult authorities did not affect him because of the witch's scent on him and being immune to the memory manipulation from the white whale's fog. Subaru sighs and realizes that dealing with Sirius would be difficult. While he knew where she would strike and launch a surprise attack, it could result in the sacrifice of Lusbel, and he could not consider such an option. Subaru could not tolerate the loss of his own life, so how could he put a price tag on the life of others? Subaru had to rescue Lusbel and save the citizens in the plaza, and to achieve that, then to rescue Lusbel, the only viable way is to defeat Sirius. Subaru sighs and wonders who could even match Sirius in combat. He then remembers that Larkins was at the plaza, which means that Reinhardt can help. Subaru, without explaining what was going on, left the park to find Larkins. Subaru, out of breath, finally finds Larkins and grabs his shoulder. I finally found you. I'm not letting you go so easily. Please call Reinhardt right now. This is an emergency. So annoying. Why should I take the risk of being lectured by that red-haired bastard? You must be kidding. A crowd had formed around the two, expecting a fight to break out. Can you listen? Calm down and listen to me. I'm not playing around. If you don't want to die, hurry up and call Reinhardt for me right now. You devilish brat, are you looking down on me? You think you could actually kill me? Forget that bastard Reinhardt, see if I don't kill you right here. That isn't what I meant. Larkin's anger was getting out of control, and he refused to call Reinhardt. You stubborn, inconsiderate idiot. Larkins, this is not a joke. The reason why I want you to call Reinhardt is because there is a strong enemy who I can't handle. Someone who you can't handle? Don't think so highly of yourself. The witch cult will show up here. Larkins freezes at Subaru's disturbing words. Hey brat. It's Natsuki Subaru. Stop always calling me Brat Larkins. That's Larkins-san to you, bastard Subaru. How much credibility does that statement have? Using the witch cult as a bluff isn't something to do lightly, you know? I'm not kidding around or lying. The witch cult will come here. Many people will be in danger. Where did you hear this? Damn it, that's right. Your faction did away with the witch cult sloth. Are they targeting the city or the specific plaza? So you're gonna believe me? You're the one who said to stop messing around, right? Listen up, bastard Subaru. Although I don't want to be lectured by that bastard Reinhardt, I also don't want to run into some trouble that could kill me. Since what happens next is entirely dependent on my mood, you better take care. I understand. Sorry. The witch cult's wrath is planning to attack this plaza. She'll appear at that clock tower, and her target is everyone here. That's consistent with the witch cult style. Damn it, how much time do we have? There's probably only 5 minutes left, so seriously, call him right now. 5 minutes? You're kidding. Why didn't you say that sooner? That's what I was trying to tell you 5 minutes ago. Anyway, please, could we stop messing around so you can call Reinhardt? According to your conversation yesterday, it's something like fireworks, right? Fireworks? What's that? I shoot magic in the air and that bastard Reinhardt can see it and recognize it as a signal. That's simple and clear, which is good, but what would happen if someone else suddenly fired magic into the air? There's no need to worry about that. Apparently the red-haired bastard could tell who's responsible for which magic. Subaru found it hard to believe that Larkins could now use magic, given his first encounter with him. I'm not a performer, so move aside already, you annoying bunch. Larkins prepares to fire the magic and then yells, Goa! The flame skyrockets into the air and explodes like a firework. Subaru sighs and drops his guard. It was probably because of Reinhardt's arrival that allowed him to do so. Oh my, there seems to be a fireball in the sky. What a beautiful blinding light. Sirius looked out of the window of the clock tower, admiring the light in the sky. She then turns her attention to the crowd of people below her. This is great. Well everyone, I'm sorry. Good morning. Everyone in the crowd turned their attention from the firework to Sirius, even Subaru did. As soon as he saw it was Sirius, Subaru yelled out a warning to the crowd. No, don't look. Larkins already fell under her spell, so there was no use trying to get him to snap out of it. Subaru had planned to close his eyes and cover his ears so he wouldn't be mentally manipulated by Sirius. but Subaru couldn't bring himself to cover his ears and turned to look at Sirius. Sirius begins clapping her hands while he was doing so. Alright, it took 19 seconds for everyone to see me here. Sorry, but I'm very happy, and although I don't know why, it seems like there's a child who loves me far more than I expected. Well then, I have to introduce myself. I'm the witch called Sin Archbishop of Wrath. I am called Sirius Romane Conti. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to take up everyone's time like this. However, please rest assured that I will put an end to all of this soon. Will you? Then it seems fortunate that I rushed here as soon as I could. Everyone turned to the direction of the new voice. Searching for a shortcut took a little bit of time. Sorry for being late. It was none other than Reinhardt, who had arrived within 30 seconds of the signal Larkins sent. I understand why I was called. That judgment was correct, Larkins. Or was it you, Subaru? Reinhardt? Yes, it's me. From the looks of it, this is quite the emergency. Standing at the top of the tower is a Sin Archbishop, right? She has a brainwashing ability. Although it feels a little better now, if I heard her voice or looked at her now, I'd immediately fall back under it. I know, and not just with sound and sight. It seems that even being in her presence will have that effect. If I'm near her for too long, I don't know if I can remain calm. You're kidding. Even you? Sirius turns towards Reinhardt. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but could it be that you're the famed sword saint? If so, what a wonderful day this will be. As you said, I'm Reinhardt von Estrella, the current sword saint. Unfortunately, I think that title is too heavy for me now. Nonsense, but that's no problem. It's very nice to have you here. Everyone loves you and you love everyone. You are the ideal of my love. Am I? Hey Reinhardt, going on like this isn't good. It's not good at all. It'll be really bad, although I can't say why. That looks to be the case indeed, and that doesn't apply to just me. Taking the others into consideration, I shouldn't drag this on for too long. Reinhardt? I can't hold on for too much longer, so I'll get rid of the problem as soon as possible. Reinhardt leapt forward towards the tower. Sirius began smiling and clapping. How impressive this is. The sword saint kicked off from the ground and effortlessly struck Sirius out of the tower, far into the sky above. And that sums up chapter 21 of Arc 5. This was a pretty short chapter, but it was mostly for build-up. We ended on the cliffhanger of Reinhardt fighting Sirius. It should be an easy win for him, although it's a bit worrying that it seems that Reinhardt can be affected by Sirius's ability. If Reinhardt can't win against Sirius, how does anyone else stand a chance? We'll just have to wait and see in the next chapter. Let me know if you guys have any theories, predictions, or thoughts about the chapter or going forward in the comment section down below. I will be reading all of the comments, then responding to and discussing 3 to 5 comments in the next video. Now to get into 3 comments of the last video. The first one comes in from Double B. They wrote, I remember reading chapter 19 and thinking it was completely normal even after Sirius pulled out the kid. I thought that since everyone was applauding, it wasn't so bad. However, thinking that something was off, and when Lusbel screamed at them to snap out of it, I realized that something was very, very wrong. Yeah, I can't blame you for thinking that when first reading it. Sirius seems chill, and then she kills Lusbel. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. But yeah, it was a very eerie chapter. The second comment comes in from Andre. They wrote, props for Subaru, he actually outmaneuvered Sirius with the whip and tackled her with enough force to make her fall from the tower. Yep, for sure. I'm glad that Subaru can at least do some damage to Sin Archbishops instead of not being able to do anything, but I don't want him to start soloing them. The final comment comes in from Keem Clan. They wrote, Subaru only having a few minutes with this loop seems very interesting. Also, Betty is based. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that his checkpoint is so close to the time of his death. I look forward to seeing how Subaru deals with this. Also, yeah, Betty's pretty based for wanting to punt Lilina out of Pristella. With that being said, thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. I really truly appreciate the support. I haven't been doing YouTube for that long, but the support you guys have been giving has been insane. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all, and I hope you all have a great day.
I was just there.